Like I always say.
Ready?
Yep.
The unknown zone.
Talk show, talk show.
Zone unknown.
Talk show, talk show.
How the hell you find it?
In your overpriced high-tech telephone.
Deep in your bones.
Underneath a pile of stones.
It's some kind of virus.
Deep in your nose.
In between your toes. Smack dab in the middle of your split crotch pantyhose. The unknown show.
Talk show.
The unknown show.
Talk show.
The unknown zone.
Talk show.
Here's your host, the landlord of comedy, Yvonne Delet.
Wow, you added all those other words.
I know,
Did you want half your head in there?
I wasn't. I know. I'm. That's the other thing throwing me off. I'm like
Very
totally.
distracting.
What's
I
distracting?
want to look at everybody like this.
Oh, I know. Right. We're supposed to just, just
And look at the Empire State Building or whatever that building is. It's fantastic.
Thank you. That's the backdrop. It was in here
Yeah.
before, as I walked in. I could have changed it. We will reference the.
Actually, the
backdrop.
Freedom
It's not
Tower.
a
Freedom
problem.
Tower.
Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Yvonne Delet.
The landlord of comedy. So sorry. Now I got it right.
Yeah.
Go
No,
ahead.
don't worry. I'll have to edit it again.
Okay.
I'm your hostess, Yvonne Delet, of the Unknown Zone Talk Show. Should I be looking in that camera? I always do this every fucking time. Welcome to the show. This is the show that begs to ask the question, what the fuck? That's my question for the year. That's my whole question for the year. I have a few questions. But before we get into that, I'd like to introduce our help. My help.
The
as
help,
it were,
yes.
The help, as it were. Gerard Mignone, also our world traveler.
Oh yes.
Right?
Yes,
and Clowny in the back, or as I like to, or as they're known, Sloppy Seconds.
Hello, Clowny.
Sloppy Seconds. Life without Clowny would be nothing. And our special guest today, who very graciously and quickly, may I add, accepted my invitation to the show.
And that never happens.
I have some stories.
Oh.
Justy Dodge.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Stand-up comedian, by the way, right? Is that correct? Yeah. And how long have you been doing stand-up?
Oh God. 8-ish years.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this full time or are you?
I mean, I dog walk too.
Okay. Well, at least you don't work in an office.
So you're the standard comedian who doesn't have health insurance.
I can't. Yeah.
You can't. Believe me, you can't. I feel like I'm a caged animal, but it's, it is what it is.
How are you? What do you mean?
In an office.
Oh yeah, I can fucking do that.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to look at the screen.
I know,
I get
right?
very. Are we supposed to look at each other?
It's the unknown. We don't know.
Well-
We don't know where we're going to look.
I think I'm gonna get in trouble. That's why.
Now that we've been introduced formally, I can interact with
This
you.
is a very low-key, I think I have 1 or 2 audience members, so you don't have to worry
I'm.
about it.
I want
Yeah.
to never fuck up.
I know, right?
I have a lot of panic. I'm sleep deprived. You
Okay.
know.
Yeah, sure. I had
So is
an anxiety
Clowny.
attack this morning.
So it's Clowny.
You had an anxiety
Most
attack?
balls
Sort
up
of
every
a
night.
mild panic attack. My life sucked this last year. So, every day is a new, new adventure in a sense. I've come out of a dark room.
Okay.
But I'm still like a little edgy. Like I said, Gerard and I are friends, and I said, he actually helped me through a lot of the stuff. Landlord stuff. That's why the landlord of comedy. I have a lot of landlord
Okay.
stories. But when
The landlord of comedy. I'll get it right by the end of the hour. With the introduction.
Half of your head in there.
I know, but every time I
There
do
you
that,
go.
okay, but
Yeah,
okay.
just,
But then
professional, that's all I
okay.
ask.
Oh yeah, okay.
Welcome. Well, we were talking on Facebook last night about recovery. I'm in recovery. I'm sober 27 years, and you were all right, crystal meth addict.
Yeah, I dabbled.
You dabbled. Okay.
Dabbled?
Can I ask how long are you clean? Would you say you're
I'm
clean?
not gonna say I'm clean because I drink.
Okay.
but-
You're lucky.
I mean, I don't know. It could be a problem,
Okay, you
but-
don't know yet. Yeah.
Well, does a crystal meth make you want more crystal meth? But alcohol doesn't make you necessarily want more alcohol. You know what I mean? It's like the
It's-
compulsion.
It's a different thing.
We
I
can
can
do an
drink.
intervention today if you.
Oh, God, no, I don't. That's the last thing we
I know,
should
right?
do.
That's what Clowny's here
Saturday
for.
morning.
That's an intervention, like ready to help.
Because we did it with my cat. I don't know if you watched that video, but we did cat intervention. I had a cat with a drinking problem.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
not see that one.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. But so you can drink safely. That would be the term.
I mean, not everyone would probably, phrase it that way, but I think it's fine.
Okay, well that's all that matters.
I never drank growing up. Like I was a pothead. and then I'd like to go back to it, and I can't now because you can't go into
Does
harder
it
drugs.
does it
And then go
like
back to
feed the next, like what do they call that thing when they want
Gateway?
Gateway, yeah.
No, it's not
Look
a-
at you, oh.
Yeah.
It's not a gateway.
The
drug. I don't
non-drug
think
addict
it's-
doesn't know what it is, but
For me, it
the,
was just because I'm an addict. So
You
for
want
me,
everything.
Yeah, I want everything.
I think family time is more of a gateway drug, to be honest. I
Absolutely. So
funny.
let me see. So what was my?
and where's your family? Can I ask? Where's your family? Is that
Please.
okay?
don't-
Where's-
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Northern Minnesota.
that's where you're from originally?
Unfortunately.
Did you
yes.
play hockey and ice skate on this stuff?
No, no.
Okay.
I had sex in a skating rink once, but other than that, no.
Oh.
Cool. I had sex on a basketball court once.
It's a lot warmer.
Is it so? Like I'm thinking right now, like of Wasilla, Alaska, and the whole crystal meth thing. Is that like a problem? Because there's nothing
Oh,
to
yeah.
do in northern Minnesota.
Yeah, it's also, it's just because there's so much space, like old abandoned barns, basements. You can make it easier, like in the Midwest, I think.
So
Oh,
it's
so
more
for
of a
looking for
hobby
a
or
career
pastime
or a second career.
or second career.
That's it. You're
I
a
should have done
comedian, meth person.
I mean, I want to be a storm
Yeah.
chaser. I think
Cooker.
that's my backup plan.
Oh,
I'm very
excellent.
obsessed with hurricanes.
And how long have you been in the? I almost said the United States. in New York.
Almost 10 years.
10 years.
I took a train here when I was 20.
Wow. Oh, so 30.
I'm almost 30. Yeah.
Almost 30.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, I remember 30.
And you still can't do math. She said 20 in 10 years, and you said 30, and you were
I
wrong.
know. Well, I have holes in my underwear older than she is. So, but boom, I worked on that. That was That was planned.
That was planned.
That was a
Oh,
planned
wow,
joke.
wow,
Hi-yo.
wow.
So stand up. So what made you want to do stand up? I'm very fascinated about this, and I want to talk about women in comedy as well.
Okay. What made me? I didn't actually
What
want to do
inspired-
stand up. I
Uh-huh.
wanted to be an actor, and I was like, well, comedy will just get me in there. Like it'll help.
I think it does.
I do too. I think I ended up going that direction too.
Yeah.
But so did you study acting?
I went to a school kind of a thing here for a few years.
One that costs a lot of money
Wait,
with
I
no
think it's
degree.
acting
Yes.
School. Right.
Yeah.
Which one?
Be it
Because I think
commercials
it was you.
after the 6-week
Dina
course.
Levy?
Which one?
Dina Levy.
I've
Her
heard of it.
studios?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
She's great. It was
Oh wait,
great.
what's her name?
Dina Levy.
Oh no.
Wait,
I
let's
know
ask
somebody else.
Clowny. Have you heard of Dina Levy? Because Clowny and I go back. She's busy. She's looking for something. All right.
A match.
We'll ask her later. Go ahead. So Dina Levy, that was where you studied.
Yeah, for about 4 years, and I was
Okay.
doing stand up on the side.
Uh-huh.
And then it just kind of reversed where I was like, okay, I'm just going to do stand up instead.
Cool.
It's too much. Like when you start in anything in the entertainment world, I feel like it's really hard to give your time and energy to multiple.
You can't.
It's
you
really,
can't. No,
you're
you
working a
can't.
day job, you're trying to do
Exactly.
stand up, you're trying to be an actor, trying to have some kind of a social life. It just,
You can put the dogs off. You,
Especially
you can't put the
stand-up.
dogs off.
I think especially stand up because I think it's all consuming because you're constantly thinking of jokes
yeah.
and writing jokes.
And as you know, probably that you're responsible for the audience.
Yeah.
The audience just doesn't just show up. You have to
Not like the old
beg and
days.
plead.
Yeah.
Not like the old days when I did stand up very briefly back in the day. They didn't have these bringers and all that stuff.
Fuck bringers, man. Those are so, I think they're
Horrible.
the worst thing you could do to a stand up comedian.
Yeah.
And an
Only if
audience.
there's a certain ones with a good video. Then there's certain ones you do because of someone who is going to produce a really high quality video for you. But yes, they're-
I guess, yeah, but it's
they're-
like so many people start off that way because if you bring so many people and then you go on stage for like your first or second time and then you
Right.
think you're amazing and it really
Yeah.
fucks with your head.
Right. So are there places now where you don't have to?
Yeah, I'm
Bring
not.
bringers?
I,
Bring bringers.
I don't do bringers. I haven't. I just work usually clubs,
Uh huh.
bar shows.
and you're getting paid in these.
some of them. Sometimes with drink tickets, you know.
Cool,
What are you
yeah,
gonna do?
whatever.
Of course,
Right.
I have to drink.
Right. So
That's how you get paid. And then I do the road a little bit too,
That was the next question.
traveling. Yeah.
And how is that?
Good and bad.
Is
I-
the funnest part being on the stage itself, or
Yeah. That's why, I do it.
Right. Because I mean, I remember Louis. Do you ever watch Louis?
CK.
Yeah, Louis C.K. His show.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did a episode where couple episodes where he was on the road,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the most sad, depressing.
It gets lonely, but when you travel anywhere outside of New York, people are a lot more excited to see you. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Right. Well, yes. They say
It's-
if you make
it's
it in
bingo
New York,
night.
if
It's like a
any,
bingo
you can
night
go
for them.
anywhere.
Yeah, they're getting a sitter. This
Not
is
even
their
that
night out.
snobby.
They want you to be good. Where there's a lot of shows in New York, it's kind of you're bombarding an audience,
And
and
you're jaded. They're jaded, and you better be funny.
yeah, and
Right.
I don't know. It's
And there's a million stand-ups, one after the other. And
there shouldn't be, but yes, there is.
I know. Are there a lot of bad stand-ups?
Yes.
That's so
I think
good to
so.
hear. I'm so happy.
I think so too.
I mean, yeah.
No, it is. No, listen, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because recently I pitched. Okay, here we go. This is what I want to talk about. I pitched a TV idea to a TV producer, and he laughed. He thought it was very funny. There were a couple things that he said that it didn't disarmed me and outright outraged me. One was my idea was based on similar to sort of like a female Louis meets Marin.
Okay.
Okay. So I pitched the idea, whatever. He laughed, and then he said, "Well, you know, the thing is, have you heard of the show Better Things?" Clowny's drinking coffee behind me. Just a mental note. You're paying attention, Clowny. Okay, good. She probably heard the story already. So he said, "Have you heard of the show Better Things? The one with Pamela Adlon? She works with Louis C.K. She's been in Californication, blah blah blah, whatever." So I said yes. I said, well, actually, the difference between her show and my show is that she has had some major success, whereas I have not. You know, and I actually, my pitch was, it's like Louis meets Marin, except more pathetic. That was my pitch. You know, which I think is hilarious. Exactly, I think it's hilarious, and it's something for, I think there would be a big audience for it. His response was, well, you know, there already is that show Better Things, as if there's already a show about a woman doing the thing. But there could be 10 different men's shows.
Right.
About
Okay, I get your point.
See,
Yeah.
that's my anger. There's
my anger
is stirred up.
I get that.
You know. So what was my point? What were we talking about? Women, right.
We're talking about Wasilla.
No, I know.
Meth. We're talking about meth.
No, we're talking about unfunny people.
All over the place.
Unfunny people. So the other thing that goes with that is, you know, there aren't that many hilarious people or really, really talented, funny people. Like you go out there, right? And you do your thing, and you're one of the funny ones. You know, for sure.
God, I hope so.
I thought you were funny. I just watched some of the material.
I know, that's all I fantasize about, is just sitting in a room with someone watching my videos and laughing. I'm like, okay.
Of course. But, you know, then there's all these unfunny people, and the other thing the guy said was that, I said the other thing is that, you know, now you have more venues. You have Amazon, you know, you have Netflix, blah, blah, blah. And he said, yeah, but there's more people out there now. But the point is, there aren't that many good people. And that was the one thing that I did not think of to say in the pitch.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, people, I think you can love your kid too much, and I think that's the problem, is you're overly encouraged, and they're like,
right.
You're funny. And it's like, no, you're not. Find something else to do.
Well, let me ask you, as far as the women,
As mean as that
exactly.
is.
But as far as the women, I think we're finally coming into a time where edgy, like raunchy women are accepted, whereas when I was your age, oh my God.
Tell us about the
rougher.
50s.
It was 1850s. You know, it wasn't accepted as it wasn't as commonplace.
I think it's a lot better now. But that's a big thing, though, with people. They're always like, well, women aren't as funny, or there's just not as many women in comedy. That's all it is.
You know, it's so funny because when I produced my show, I had more women, and I was always pulling more of the women in because it's a gay show, and we love the women. So it's I don't get it, and it's always like when there's people, and I don't mean this dismissively, but I mean when I hear about the women having these issues, I'm almost like, really? Because I guess it's just not my world and how I'm actually even more scared to do a gay show because I know we love the women. So when I want to go out there and be in front of the gay guys, I'm like, you know, I'm not a woman, so I've already got a strike against me. So it's almost like I go through an opposite reaction. But I understand that everyone says the same thing. So I get women are going through that, but it's just the world I have and how I produce a show is when I was doing it.
Yeah.
Was like, well, I like the women, you know.
Well, I feel like too, I think women initially thought like are trying to compete with men, so you're trying to be as raunchy or as like dark, dirty, kind of like with them on stage, where you don't have to be anymore, I don't think.
Exactly.
You just find a relatable topic, it can go any which way.
Right, well, just being you.
Yeah.
Because I find, I play poker, I hang out with a lot of guys, and I tend to be a guy's girl, right? So I've always had this sense of humor. I didn't try to compete with guys or try to be outrageous. It's just who I am. And I know there are those women out there that do that, and maybe part of it is it's almost like that, like they're vomiting freedom, like, oh, I finally get to like do what the men have been doing forever, you know, and they have to find their own balance or happy medium. Whereas for me, I've always been like this.
Yeah.
You know, so now it's like I feel like, you know, and I still get guys that think because of the way I am that I'm easy, because I'm open-minded, and I say, you know, I really could have been a sex therapist because I'm very open-minded sexually, and I talk about stuff.
I was thinking about.
You wouldn't want me to be
I was thinking about happy mediums over here.
You wouldn't believe me. I'd fuck you up, so I'd forget it. You'd be like, you wouldn't. I do have anger towards men. That's an aside.
Just a little bit.
By the way, will this be seen in low def? Because I look like a 60 Minutes correspondent if this just doesn't get any...
That's good. Maybe
It's a good job, I'll take it,
know,
but,
right?
you know, I would prefer not to look like one.
Although,
Ugh,
usually
my
you look
God.
younger than me. Maybe
I
today
know, what's going on?
maybe
I had a
today's
facial
my
this
day.
week, and I think sometimes facial bring out the worst instead
You
of
got a
like...
facial?
Really?
I've
Did you
never
put
had a
makeup
facial.
on? Oh, that's fantastic.
I don't know if I could do it.
Well,
Really?
you don't like this?
I don't like anyone touching
Can I touch your
me.
head? You don't want anyone to touch your head?
I don't really.
Did you have any inappropriate stuff happen as a child?
Not that I'm aware of.
What about under these buildings with the
Because
meth
I always
dealers?
wonder, why would you not want to be like I could be massaged all
I
day.
like being touched on my body.
Yeah.
My head's weird. I'm like, don't get
Oh,
out
I
of my
love
fucking
it.
space.
Really interesting.
Give me
Yeah,
head.
give me- yeah,
Give
yeah.
me head. Give me head. Give me head.
Don't. That's fine too. That's a
love
whole
it.
different head, but
Yeah, no, I love it all. I love it all.
I love
You
it all.
Just massage me all day long. I'm fine with that. Because I'm basically lazy.
So if a straight guy said to you, "Give me head," like that, even in the same
Walk right
context,
out the
but no, even in the same context of this, where
Yeah.
I'm being double entendre. Is that
Dating. Can we talk about dating?
no? But if a straight guy said that to you, would that be bad? I mean, is the gay guy would just laugh it off? You know, is that like different? You know what I mean? Like
Wait, say that again?
Is it
Like
being
if-
serious?
Well, in the comedy world, if the straight guy said to you, "Oh yeah, give me head, give me head, give me head," is that different than me, the gay guy, saying, "Give me head," because we
Yes,
get it.
because a straight guy wants head, right? There's no other meaning. Is there any other meaning if a straight guy says, "Give me head"?
There couldn't be a double. Like I'm joking. Like
I
that's the
can't
facial
imagine
massage.
A straight guy having any.
Oh, that's true. A straight guy with a
Correct me
facial
if I'm wrong.
a straight guy with a facial reference is gay.
facial, giving you a facial. That could
Well, that's another double entendre.
There you
Okay, you
go.
just can't get away
I
from
was just
them.
thinking that too.
Okay.
Yeah, this show we say anything, so we don't have.
I'm
to
fine with it.
Okay, I know you're great. You're great. She
I
wrote
feel
some of
off.
the funniest fucking things on Facebook.
I feel very off today. I'll tell you that though.
Really? You're great.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
now
just
you
out
talk
of it.
about
I'm
It's
sorry.
the
Why are you
audience.
out of
It's
it?
that audience that's throwing you off again, like in the
I think
video.
you're fabulous, Justy.
I try.
I didn't look into the camera. I looked on the. I think Justy. I want to say Dusty.
That's okay. You can.
Can
is that
I've
your
been
real
called
name?
worse. Justina is on my birth certificate.
Justina
But my parents have always called me
with an
Justy.
A on the
I
end.
like Justy. That's a cool name.
Justina.
It's better than Billy Bob. That's my brother. You
Yeah.
know, so one of us.
Is it really? You got a Billy Bob?
Now that sounds like a meth
Wow.
dealer,
I have
Billy
a
Bob.
Betty Ann in my family. I have a Betty Ann.
A Betty
I do,
Ann?
yeah.
Billy Bob,
I'm
we
half
gotta-
Jew. Pennsylvania, Betty Ann.
Pennsylvania Jew.
Yeah.
I like
No,
it.
she's not. No, they're not.
Are you married right now?
No,
Well,
Tell
you
us
were.
about
Were
the
you
girl.
married?
I was.
You
Tell us
were,
about
and you've been engaged a few times.
You're
You're a busy girl.
Wow.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
don't.
do that? I can never get engaged.
I don't say no. I don't say no very easily. Yeah, I've been engaged. I don't know why.
Nona, not Nina. It's
Well,
Nina,
tell
not
me.
Nona.
I think.
Your real name. Gave you
No,
away.
I'm a serial.
What do you, excuse me. What was? What just happened?
I was thinking Nina
'Cause we're on a show,
and
just so you
Nona.
know.
I know, and I thought Nona, Nina, Nona, and I was like, no, her name's Nina, but we don't out. I just outed her as her real name.
Okay, so.
Clowny.
Are
So
you okay with that, Clowny? I mean, I think we put Nina Levine on, all the videos. All right, I apologize.
Okay.
for
That's
that.
okay.
cut the funny stuff
No,
out.
okay.
Keep that one.
I feel like you guys are gonna fight,
Oh, we always do.
No, but
like
that's
physically.
Really? Well, by the way, you're doing great today. By the way, you're speaking slow and.
Oh, am
loud,
I?
'cause
Oh,
was gonna
good.
Tell her she could punch you if you're not speaking
Oh, that's
loud.
great. Like a right turn, Clyde.
Save it for the wall.
No, this is the thing, and she's saying, do all these notes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta talk slow. I gotta stay in the camera range.
Notes. I gave him 2 notes.
Talk
Oh,
slow.
okay. Well, that's rough. That's rough.
I
If
get
there's
it.
no friction, why do
I'm
a
a
show?
professional.
Right.
I'm not used to
Yeah.
notes.
I agree.
That's right. And how long we know each other a long time now, right?
Probably
Like
20-ish years.
Almost. That's sick.
I know, right?
So anyway, what were we just saying? Names.
Married.
Engaged. Married.
Engaged.
Yeah, I was married once, been engaged a couple times.
How long were you married?
2 years.
Yeah. You must have been very young. Obviously, you're young already. So.
It was about 2 years ago we got divorced. So
And
around
tell
there.
us about the guy.
I was
what
another
happened.
comedian. So
Oh, you wrote about that.
that's the mistake.
Yeah.
We got married. No, it was. We both just changed, I think, a lot and
Quickly.
Yeah, like a 180. I wasn't
Okay.
expecting a lot of it.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you don't. Please.
So can
I didn't think I'd fall in love with a sex addict, but I did.
you did a really funny joke that I laughed at when I was watching your video about him wanting. Is this the same one who wanted to give up smoking?
Yeah.
The camera's that way.
Oh,
now.
sorry. And my ear itching.
There's
My
not
ear
a
was
camera
itching.
back there, just-
I know, but I'm looking at this one, and
I don't know what
I'm like my head's turned that way, and I'm
We
like,
love
is
you.
that-
We want.
okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not looking either. I keep
Okay.
going like this.
No, it's
No,
all
I
right.
like
No,
it.
no,
I
you're-
like it. I
You're
feel like
perfect. I have to. He's my scapegoat.
Yes, be escape
I
away.
promise I'd be nicer to him.
That's why I need a facial.
This
You
is me
escaped
being
my
nicer
face
to him.
away. My instead of exfoliating, I'm being escaped.
Yeah.
He wanted me to give up smoking. Mostly, I think he got really healthy at the end of the marriage. I love
Connor's not
smoking.
quitting.
I go off and on. I'll go for like 2 weeks chain smoking, and then I just don't smoke for 2 weeks. It doesn't make sense. I don't have a.
But I'm wondering if the one joke you talked about, you said, I like your one joke where you said he wants me to get smoking. I was like, I just gave up men.
Other men, yeah.
Yeah, just give up. Yeah, other men. I
Well,
think that's really
a lot to
funny.
ask. I agree with you.
So
Yeah.
did that shift? Did that actually? I think that really does shift people's personality. Like, oh my God, this is the only one I'm supposed to have sex with now, or be with, or do whatever with.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, well, I think
Once that hits you.
For me, I always thought, I always wanted to get married. I still want to get married. I'm in my 50s. As late as possible because I only wanted to do it once. And I wanted to be able to be with that person and work out whatever. And I knew in my 20s, I knew that I wasn't ready and I was going to fuck around and I needed to experiment and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So and then I met someone in my 30s. I thought he was the one, but that was the sex addict. So musician, not good.
stay away from those entertainment people.
I'm telling you. But I wanted to do it later because I wanted it to last. But you meet who you meet when you meet. You can't plan. That was it's a nice goal and fantasy.
Not genetically even made, to
Well,
be
that's the
monogamous. Like
thing.
it's not in the human
I've started
nature.
shifting that way, and I'm not proud of that.
Well, look, what
I
do you mean?
I want to be the idealistic one. I've always been the one like, oh yeah, there's that one like you're talking about.
But I think it's
But I'm
different.
starting to
I think everybody's
shift.
different. I think it's a personality thing, because I think some people are made to be with one person. Some people aren't.
Right.
I kind of think I'm meant to be with more than one person because I get bored very easily.
That's a problem I have.
Okay, see? And don't you think women more so, I mean, they have this thing with, have you watched, what's the show with the guy with the wives?
Sister wives?
Sister Wives. Have you watched that? I got addicted to it. Oh my God. And I watched, it really should be the opposite. It should be a woman with a bunch of men.
A bunch of dudes.
Yeah, because I know guys supposedly get bored with one woman, but I get bored so easily.
I do too.
And how many one man can you have that can really physically, not even forget emotionally and mentally.
It sounds like a Brooklyn Cable show ready to be
Yeah.
born.
Okay, tell them. I fucking pitched to everybody. Fucking do something. Oh my God.
Sister husbands. Is it what's it? Sister husbands? It's brother
Sister wives.
husbands.
But I think, how many men can fulfill...
Keep your attention.
Yeah, especially, vibrant, witty, intelligent women like ourselves.
That's why I don't think there's like a one, the one. I think you can have a bunch
Oh, you're so
of them.
funny, Yvonne. What?
Yeah. I wasn't trying to be funny.
Oh, okay.
I think you can have a bunch of like the ones. I think people just grow apart a lot of times.
I
That's what
agree with that.
happens.
When did you
Yeah.
know? Did you know? Like, I think I have a feeling sometimes people right before they get married already know this isn't going to work, but they get married anyway. Did you, or shortly thereafter,
that
like?
happens all the time.
I thought we were. I really didn't. I didn't really think either which way. I was like, it was weird too because the wedding was kind of more for him. I feel like.
Can we stop one second? Can you just, can we have a little music to this? Because it's kind of a dramatic
That's
okay,
true, this
continue.
is,
I'm so sorry for interrupting.
Oh no, you're
but-
fine. Interrupt me all you want. But
You don't have a violin back there, do you? Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry I asked her to do that, but go. It's awesome. No, it's great. Don't cry. Don't be mad at me. Okay, go ahead.
he was the one
About
changed my mind.
dating, getting married.
Did you know? When did you know? How did you know? You seem to like actually go in it very sincerely.
Yeah.
Into the wedding sincerely.
No.
Were you in love with him? Did you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you think he's the one, like, forever?
Again, I don't look at it that way, but I was like,
Yeah.
he's the one for right now. I didn't think we were like, I didn't go into it being like, we're gonna get divorced in a couple years. I didn't think like that, but I'm also,
Right.
this day and age, it's so common.
Was it a happy
Right.
day for you?
So
I mean, like
what-
not
yeah.
necessarily. Okay.
So what was the point of getting married then?
I don't know.
You
Health
said it was for
insurance?
him. It almost like sounded for him.
It was for me too, but I feel like I loved his family and they wanted like a wedding and it was, it was really pretty. We got married in a gym in Staten Island. We had a comic Marius.
Island.
Oh
A
boy.
gym.
And
A
where was
gym.
he from? Where is he from?
Staten Island.
Like like a school gym or a.
Yeah, we decked it out. It was really pretty. There was about 80 comics there, and a bunch of his family. So it
Wow.
was a really pretty nice wedding because it was so low key. There wasn't
Yeah,
any
it sounds
stress.
fun.
My wedding dress cheaper than the abortion.
Bunch.
But really, because I'm not a big person to be. I'm not like the chick about I want to get married. I'm so excited. I can't wait for my wedding day.
Right.
Like that show with the dresses, the wedding dresses.
27? Oh, dress.
No,
that's-
something,
show,
something about the dress. What
Yeah.
was it? Yeah.
It makes me want to cut off my vagina. I don't.
Well, that's the thing also. I mean, Clowny was married for a long time. Did you have a wedding? Did you like that? Did you like that whole... Yeah?
I'll either.
Did you get drunk at the wedding? Was there a reason you got drunk at the wedding?
She was in a very long-term
Okay.
relationship. 20-something years? 20?
25.
years.
25, wow. I want to applaud that.
Yeah. No, it's an impressive accomplishment. I'll take 25 minutes at this
And
point.
then he died? Yeah, he passed away recently.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's no big deal. Oh my God.
Why she has extra cigarettes now?
She just smokes away the
You want to be in a relationship really bad, huh?
I'd
What's the
like to
longest
be one,
relationship
yeah.
you've been in?
About a year.
Really?
I know, right?
I have a straight friend who's in his early 50s who hasn't been in a relationship longer than like 8 months.
There's something wrong with that, though. Like, that's probably
Yeah,
him.
especially straight. Yeah, oh, it definitely is him. He's a
Yeah.
player.
I've only been in
But-
2 relationships in 52 years. 7 months and 1 year. And I know that like means like,
7 years is my longest.
wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah. That's thanks.
I think
crazy.
that's the other thing, man. When people get divorced or they break up, I don't think it's a failure because you took
Right.
so much
No.
time and energy to
yeah.
and compromise to make that work as long as it did.
Right.
That's what I don't like
Don't
when
we
people do.
need to redefine all of that stuff? Because I know I grew up thinking, look, I'm an artist. I'm a crazy, funny person, right? I have my artistic side, which doesn't match. I grew up on Long Island, right? Roslyn and Jericho, Long Island. So most of those, Clowny knows because we went to the same high school for a part of that time. That most of those women, they had a plan.
Yeah.
Right? They get, they graduate. Some went to school. Somebody did something because that was starting to happen for women in that era. But most of them got married and had kids, right? And it was really hard. It took a long time for me to let go of the fact that maybe I didn't even know if I wanted that, but I kind of always thought I wanted that.
Right.
But did you have a lot of fun times? Did you?
I did, but I'm sorry. What does that have to? What do you mean?
I
That
think I checked out. I saw a vapor come along here. I just totally like breathed in
That
some
makes
vapor.
sense because that didn't make sense with what I was
Okay,
saying. That's
okay,
why
okay.
I'm questioning you.
Okay.
Did I have fun times doing what? Not getting married?
No, being in a relationship.
Well, this is the thing. It was very difficult for me. It's because I find it interesting that you say you didn't, you went and you just got married, kind of like you thought it made sense at the time.
Yeah.
Right? As opposed to, like, going within and saying, well, I like this person. Do I want to be with this person? What does marriage mean to me? Do I want to be married? You know what I mean? Like, now I think people are starting to explore those questions because shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Right?
I make a lot of great life choices, though. I'm kind of like impulsive. Let's just do it and get it over with, and then I'll learn from it later.
Which maybe my point is maybe that's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess what I'm saying is let's